Good day, investors. My name is Lawrence, and thank you so much for watching this channel. If this is your first time watching me, we mainly talk about three things: investing in the stock market, personal finance, and also how you can be financially independent. Today, definitely, I cannot miss out to talk about Nairobi Securities Exchange because I know most of the followers who watch this YouTube is Kenyan investors, and definitely I need to talk about how the Nairobi Securities Exchange of recently has been behaving. It's not a bad behavior, it's a great behavior. It has been in a very bullish move. Almost most of the companies there, the capital gain is going up, the prices are going up. What is happening? Definitely, I can't miss talking about it. What is happening, and also how should you be behaving in this market that is actually upwards? Because don't think that it will always go up. Definitely, when you know the market principle, it is always going up and down. So I'm going to be like discussing what should you be doing if you're new to this market, how should you behave, and also am I investing, am I selling? So recently I shared my, of course, portfolio. If you haven't watched it, you need to go back and watch it and see. I also talked about what I'm going to be doing and what I'm doing. If you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing so that you don't miss out definitely on other new uploads. Of recent, definitely since maybe like 1 month ago, the Kenyan stocks, it's like they are on steroids. They have been going up. You can talk of Safaricom by 50%. You can talk of most of the banks actually: Diamond Trust, KCB Bank, Equity Bank, the HCF Housing Finance Kenya. Which other banks can I talk about? Of course, Standard Chartered Bank. We are talking of there are a lot of companies, and also the power companies, KPLC, and also there is also the cement, Portland Cement, which has actually appreciated by 1,000. There's also Home Africa, real estate company. So there are a lot of companies, and also we do have the another company that is a power generating company, which is Kengen. Also, it has appreciated by over also 80%. So, if you're new to this channel, I normally talk about, actually mainly talk about Kenyan stock markets, but today I'm going to be giving a caution because actually many people get excited when the stocks go up and they buy without knowing the reason. So if you're going to buy any stock, please don't buy it because it is going up. Buy it because you know the reason, because it has good fundamentals. Maybe for me, I buy mainly when the stock is lower priced and also it is paying high dividends. So if the stock is, according to my valuation, is not priced lower, or it is not that does not pay dividends, I do not invest in that company. So for me, like currently, of course, I'm not following most of the companies, but I'm only buying them because according to my valuation, they are all up. They, of course, the companies which are not going up, most of them they are junk. They are not really good, so I'm not buying those ones. The ones which are going up, most of them, of course, some of them I feel like they are junk. If you talk about like the Portland Cement, I wouldn't be buying it. If I don't have money, it has appreciated by 1,000. Actually, if you don't know, the company can be very bad, but the company goes up because of the pressure of the, or maybe someone wants to buy it, or someone, there is some internal thing that most of the us don't know. So do not always buy a company that you don't trust or you don't know their fundamentals. Also, I always buy a company when I know it has no debts, because as long as the company does not have any debt, it will never go bankrupt. So that's a basic principle. So, but as long as the company has a lot of debts, anytime it can go to it can go bankrupt. So the basic thing is, if you're going to be investing, for example, in this saturated market where in my opinion, most of the companies have appreciated by over 50%. And on the Kenyan market, I've been following that for over 8 years. So I've experienced the downs, the ups. Kenyan market, it cannot go up for more than 2 years. Definitely by end of the year, some of the stocks might have gone down. Then we start buying. Definitely, I've sold some of the stocks recently. Like for example, I've sold part of KCB Bank because it had gone up to 47, which I believe is still okay. But according to my valuation, it is up because I had bought it below 20. So I had to got 100% capital gains. I had to sell it. And also I sold part of my holding in Absa because I had started buying it when it was around 10. It reached around 20 by 100%. I had to sell it and also put it somewhere else where I feel like is undervalued. Like some maybe last month also, I had started buying Cooperative Bank, which I thought it was still undervalued because it was around 15 Kenyan shillings, but now it's up to 17. I still believe it's still undervalued. Though I'm not buying, but if I was to buy now any bank, I would be buying Cooperative Bank. Please note, this is not a financial or investment advice. I'm sharing my opinion. And if you're going to be doing any banking or any buying of the stocks, please make your own research, because sometimes, yes, I may share, but I do not share 100% of the information. Maybe because this is not the perfect platform to share everything. So when I'm going to buy or when I'm going to sell, I'm not come here every time to give you what I've done. So that's why it's extremely very important. If you're going to buy any stock, if you're going to buy any company, please know why you're buying it, because when it goes up, you get you get upbeat. But when the stocks are going up, most of the time they go up slowly. But when they are going down, the panic becomes very real, and a lot of people panic and sell at loss. I saw it during COVID. A lot of people sold, and for us who, of course, who had experienced stock market, we started buying. That's when I actually started accumulating a lot of cheap companies. But now they have appreciated by over 100%, and we started getting the money. So the basic thing why I'm sharing this, I've seen a lot of newbies. They like commenting, they are talking about how you can. I would say this is not the perfect time if you're a newbie to start investing. Just learn how to invest, but do not buy a company just because it is going up. There are still some good companies. I still believe also Safaricom is still undervalued. So for me, I started buying it when it was below 20. So for now, I'm not buying it, but I still believe it still have high potential because the Safaricom Ethiopia is doing well. If you follow its money market fund, which is called the ZD money market fund, it's also now is one of the top 15 money market funds in Kenya, and the next maybe few years it will be the top. All those ones earning a lot of money. If you also follow the Cooperative Bank recently, the managing director, which is Muriuki, bought a lot of shares, up to 12 million um, 12 million shares. That one increases the confidence, means they know why they are buying the shares. That is not a small amount of stocks to be bought by a managing director of a company. So they are still exciting stocks to be buying. However, if you can't wait, I would still say Cooperative Bank and also Safaricom. And Safaricom, they're still fair valued, though not very cheap, but on all the market, and the very good companies that are out there, I would say those two companies so far, they are the ones I see. If I was going to buy now, I would be buying. The rest of the companies, I believe they are so highly overvalued, because for me, I'm a value investor, and also um, a dividend investor. If the company is not giving me over 10% for the dividends, I do not buy it, because I've been following up the Kenyan market. East African markets are not like US market, where you can purely depend on capital appreciation. The Kenyan markets, they do appreciate, but not like USA market, where you can get 1,000, 2,000 capital market appreciation. Recently, it did happen on, for example, on Kenya Power, also for example on Portland Cement. They did appreciate by over 1,000, but it does not normally happen. If you check on the previous in 10 years, it has once happens once in a while. So for me, that's why I mainly focus on dividends. Do you have any question? If you have any question relating to the stock market, even if it is not Kenyan market, you can just put a comment. Any question, I'll be able to be replying. And also, definitely, if you're not subscribed, just know you're missing out, because these days I'm going to be consistent. Sometimes I'm still employed due to employment schedules. Normally I do not upload every day, and sometimes I miss out, but always I'm always there in case there is anything, any development that comes out. I'm always there to share with you whatever you want. But if you put a comment, anything that you want me to talk about, definitely I'll go ahead and talk about it. So for newbies, please be careful. When the market is going up is where most of the people lose money. How? Because now some companies or some people, the large investors, they will be taking the profits. And if you're a newbie, when you bought, when you don't know, you will be left in the space, and the investing, it will be bad for you. Yet investing is an exciting journey, something good. Definitely, I would have a lot to talk about, but I just wanted to share with you about Nairobi Securities Exchange. If you're a newbie, if you're experienced on what you should be doing, so that you don't get caught off guard. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.